Do you find yourself in a middle place? To describe the middle place, I thought we could just read the poem by Rupi Kaur that says, "The middle place is strange. The part between them and the next is an awakening from how you saw to how you will see. This is where their charm wears off, where they are no longer the God you made them out to be, when the pedestal you carved out of your bone and teeth no longer serves them. They are unmasked and made mortal again. This is the middle place." The middle place can be experienced, obviously, romantically. Let's say that you've been in a relationship with someone and you are exiting that and you meet another person that you are resonating with because you might have grown out of the previous one. You find yourself in that middle place, don't you? Now, the middle place can be experienced both romantically and in all other areas of your life too, because as a light, as a sunflower, as a bloomer, you are committed to growing beyond the shoulds, the have-tos, the self-imposed restrictions. You're committed to that, and so you grow. And when you grow, you will find yourself a lot in that middle place. That middle place where you don't really know what to grab onto and what is true and what's not. But do you really know what's true? Yes, you do. Deep down, you know. Your intuition, your inner compass, the connection to infinite intelligence, to the universe, to the omnipotent power of all that is, it's always there. So when you bloom beyond perfectionism, you're able to navigate your life, the relationships that you exit and start, the projects that you begin and end, the journeys that you embark on, and the ones that you leave behind. You're able to navigate all of that in a totally different way than if you were stuck in perfectionism. If you were stuck in perfectionism, you would force things. You would make things last longer than they were really, meant to. I think, though, that everything happens for a reason, a season, and a lifetime, right? And so you got to trust your journey. So if you've not gotten the call yet to, let's say, exit a relationship or start a relationship, or you've not gotten the call yet to begin or end a project or a business or some sort of expression, if you haven't gotten the call yet to go on that journey, to travel to that country, to do this and do that, if you haven't gotten the call yet, it's simply because you are on your path, and the call will come whenever your subconscious presents opportunities to you, people to you, all of that, right? And this is what's so beautiful. It's like when you begin to trust your journey, trust the middle place, trust that you're not meant to be certain all the time, trusting that you can release the need to know how things will turn out, life is just so much more beautiful. Because if you think of it, just imagine all the time in between the different destinations that you might set in your mind. Imagine all that time. When you're a perfectionist, you're living from one destination to the other. Your focus always is on the end result, on the end game, on the finish line. And so you put blindfolders on, right? You're blinded to everything else along the journey. being able to bloom beyond perfectionism is where you're able to have that big picture thinking, take the big picture into consideration, yet also be going from one destination to the other and enjoying that journey and trusting that journey and trusting the middle place. I love this part of the poem where Rupi Kaur writes, the middle place is strange, because yes, it is strange. The part between them and the next is an awakening from how you saw to how you will see. So what is that about? Well, it's about going from one paradigm and mindset and some standards that you have for yourself to other standards that you have for yourself. You're basically expanding. When you're expanding your consciousness as you ascend beyond perfectionism, your reality will radically change, because whenever you see something, you can't unsee it. Isn't that right? When you feel something, you can't unfeel it. When you hear something, you can't unhear it. Because your subconscious mind is always open, always aware. And your body is constantly responding to that which runs through your mind, through your consciousness. And so it truly is an awakening, right? In this middle place, from how you saw to how you will see. But you're not necessarily there yet, where you see things truly differently. But you can begin to hold two ways of seeing at the same time. You're able to kind of like see, okay, I saw things in this way before. I had these standards before. I had this way of behaving before. And I accepted this before. I was tolerant of this before. Now it's different. I see that there is another way to live life, to make choices. I see that there's different ways to think, to behave, to accept or be tolerant of other things. That is the middle place. This is what it's essential that you get comfortable with, or at least less uncomfortable with. If you want a life that is of freedom, where you can create from this place, where you can cultivate and nourish yourself and others from this place. It's so beautiful when you find peace and surrender in the middle place. This is what I support you with in the Bloom Beyond Tribe, so you're more than welcome to come in there and basically send through an application. We'll have a look at it and see if we're a good match as far as me being able to support you in your journey, and you also being a good fit for the rest of the community of perfectionists, high performers with perfectionism, right? Who are committed to create a life and business of freedom from perfectionism with the power of the subconscious mind, where we're all in there to, again, begin to find more comfort or less discomfort with being in the middle place, which is, again, where we spend most of our time, isn't it? So if you want to grow, if you want to truly tap into the brightness, bravery, and balance within you, then this is the place for you to come in. You can go to bloombeyond.com/apply to join. 256 members limit. We have monthly cohorts. So get on the wait list today, and you'll be notified whenever it's your turn to join. Okay? So let's surrender to the middle place and see the beauty of seeing the contrasts between two different realities and getting the opportunity to choose. That is empowerment to me. Stay bright, brave, and balanced.